What it is, y'all, it is your old boy Pilk, and I'm coming back today with more Dokkan Battle, and today we're going to be talking about these last two rounds of the Majin Vegeta EZA event. Now, I built a team here, and I'm going to be totally honest with you guys. The best possible situation in this team would be to obviously have a Tech Super Saiyan 2 team. This is our Tech Super Saiyan 2 team. So here's the deal. If I go back here for a moment, I'll kind of explain where I'm going with all this. Now, in battle info, it tells us when attacking, we need to have the link skill legendary power linked up. If we do not, that is going to hurt our numbers drastically. But when we're defending, we need to have units on the Super Saiyan 2 team. That means every single unit on this team needs to be a Super Saiyan 2 unit. And good news is they're all Super Saiyan 2. Now, obviously, I'm going to want to spend most of my time both attacking with my Tech Super Saiyan 2s with legendary power linked up, and that means he's going to be our main DPS. Now, all of my legendaries here will be able to produce damage, but not all of them will be able to tank damage, and so on and so forth. So we built this team pretty carefully. Let's get in here. Let's talk about this a little bit. Perfect. I do have Vegeta on the front. The bad news is this is like the worst possible situation. And I mean literally the worst possible situation. So I've got to be really cautious about how I handle this. Yeah, we're going to do that. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to feed that in there. That'll drop down enough tech orbs we can do that. And we'll have just enough to handle that situation. So we're good there. Let me explain why this is like the worst possible situation. Because they're not an LR. Nor is that Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta. Now, Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta, it makes a great leader. Make no mistake. That Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta is phenomenal lead-wise. But the problem is we're not going to be producing damage basically until we have an LR with the legendary power linked up. Which means Gohan here is probably going to do something, but he's not going to like produce on the level that he should. As he still gets 2.3 mil. But you know what? I'd rather be wrong that direction than the other. I'm going to be totally honest. But remember, he needs legendary power linked up to really produce what he needs to produce. So while he would clean house normally, notice here's a 2.7 mil attack stat. Let's see what he actually does. Because legendary powers does not exist, he got less than half of that damage. Less than half. Perspective on that bad boy. That is a hell of a hit. Vegeta. Okay. All right. You know what? I'll take that hit. That hit was nothing. The downside is I need to make sure we don't take too many of those types of hits. So I really need to get some SAs off here and buff up Gohan. So let's do this. We'll be good there. I need some physical key, but we don't really have it, so I'll make that work. And, of course, tech down here, we'll do a little bit of restoration. That'll be golden. Gohan should, because he stacks his defense, if he gets a secondary attack here, we should be fine. Even if we eat an SA, we'll take an SA, but it won't feel great. He didn't get a secondary SA, so he's actually taking damage. Of course, because I said a thing, and he immediately would do the opposite. The nice part is if we get an SA on this turn now, at least we're getting SA with Gohan, or I would say Gohan, with Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta, and it's not the end of the world. Here we go. Final flash. Yeah. And notice once again, you know, we don't have legendary power linked up there, so it's not going to be too great. Now, the good news is here, I'm going to move her up there. The reason I'm going to move them up there is obviously because I need legendary power linked up between Kale and Caulifla and Gohan. I have to have that in order for all of them to produce the kind of damage they need to produce. So feeding them is going to be my top priority, and Gohan getting as much ki as possible to help him produce as much damage as possible, because we've basically got to finish this on this turn. Okay? Should have pretty good defense there. Didn't even take 100k. Very nice. Trust me, if we get hit by on a non-tech, it's not going to feel great. That SA could be deadly to a non-tech unit. So we are taking a bit of a chance here. Like, it's not a perfect match. It is a little bit of a chance. But, you know, it is what it is. Sorry, I nicked the cable there and made a terrible pop that I'll have to edit out. All right. So let's see if we can finish this up here. Ladies, do your thing. They're not tech, but we do have legendary power. Let's see what they produce. 2.8 mil attack stat gets the right amount of power. So there you go. Have legendary power linked up. Pretty straightforward. Let's jump into the final fight, and then let's go ahead and awaken our Vegeta and see where we get. There we are. And let's jump in. So, like, I think this team really speaks for itself. Now, that said, if you do not have a lot of these LRs, you're going to have a hell of a time with this. I've not even tried, like, a free-to-play team or anything here. I really don't know how one would even manage a team like that because, like I said, it really is just kind of catered to LRs. Like, it really just kind of asks that you use LRs on it. So I just don't... I don't see a very free-to-play friendly way for this to work. But, you know, I've been wrong before, and I could be wrong on this one. I would love to see some people's free-to-play teams, but for the sake of getting through this, this really is the best bet. And let's be honest here, with as many, like, you know, guaranteed LR summons and all that stuff that we have, hopefully you guys have quite a few of these units chilling around there. This definitely is not like, you know, Year 2 Dokkan, where LRs were nigh impossible to pick up. Now, they're quite within the realm of reason, and I'll be honest with you guys, I've done now 5 summons on the Janemba banner, and I've gotten 4 LRs out of it, so one of them was a dupe for this guy. So, who knows, or I said not them, but a dupe for Majin Vegeta. So who knows, like, you could get lucky on these banners, and I'm sure at some point you have. Now, whether you have the Super Saiyan 2s or not, that's not my call. But you can still use them, just make sure that they're not in a position where they can take immense amounts of damage. Because while I do like this here, you're going to see a hit here that's not going to feel great. That was not a glorious achievement. So long as I don't make that mistake again, we'll be fine. Now, here's the real downside to this. I am in a world of hurt now, because I do not have any way to avoid the fact that on this turn, there is no legendary power link. So, I've got to do the best I can here with what I've got. And what I've got is garbage. We'll at least get that off. That first Vegeta not getting an SA is not good. Not the end of the world. Not great. Especially for how many hits he's taken. Mamang. I probably honestly would have been better putting Gohan there. And then just leaving 2 unlinked Vegetas at the end. Man, that does not feel awesome. Come on. Come on, Gohan. Come on. We need a triple SA with at least one of them crit. Problem is, once again, we do not have legendary power. And that is going to hurt us badly. Now, okay, so we made it through there. See, and that's what we got to watch out for. I didn't pay attention to my rotations, and because of that, I let a Vegeta on that rotation. The downside is now, on this rotation, the next time this rotation comes up, I will have a Gohan, or I say Gohan, a Vegeta on there, and that means we're not going to be producing damage on that turn. So I've got to clean this up. This basically has to be the last turn. And to be totally honest, I'm sure it will be, solely because I feel pretty confident these units are going to clean up. But if Kale and Caulifla here eat an SA, I think we're kind of done. And with how many hits they're taking, I would imagine that they're probably going to. That's the unfortunate side. The fortunate part... Ooh, they didn't. They didn't. The fortunate part is we should clean up with them. If we don't, we'll come darn close. Nice. Ladies, another SA. Yes. There we go. Now, to be honest with you, some of this is you know, on me. I probably could go find other tech. Oh, this is not going to feel great, is it? Oh, saved by the dodge. That is such a rare treat. Such an absolutely rare treat. Come on, Gohan. Bro, why couldn't you get an SA there? Why couldn't you get a secondary SA? Anyway. We're going to do this. No, we're not. Yeah, we still got it. We still got it. We still got it. There. But we need to have legendary power linked. If we don't have legendary power linked, it is going to suck. There we go. All right, go on. So long as we don't get S8 on the first turn, we are golden. Let's do this. This is a nail biter. I'm not going to lie. This was a nail biter. That's another reason I kind of see, you know, things not working out. Now, to be fair, part of that is because I let the 2 Vegetas get on the 1 rotation. If I had been paying attention and I prevented that, we would have been just fine. But I digress. I'm probably not a glowing example of how to do this run. But here we go nonetheless. Let's go ahead and awaken our Majin Vegeta. Get out of here with that noise. And let's take a look at those stats, okay? So, first things first. Majin Vegeta. AGL key 3, all types, 90%. Mega Colossal damage with a rare chance to stun the enemy for 12 key, and his AoE with Colossal damage. Notice that Mega Colossal and Colossal are swapped. His AoE with Colossal damage is his 18 key. That's about it. He's not the craziest thing ever. 150% when performing a super attack. That includes use supers. So, you know, he's good. He's really good. But let's go ahead and see what he gets after his EZA. Because remember, this is like one of the first LRs that dropped in the game. So, in that regard, like, he's good. I just, you know, it's one of those... Is he the craziest thing that exists? I mean... Not by a long shot. The dude's like, what, 5, maybe more years old? He's a very old LR. I think it was, on Global, I believe it was Gohan, then Broly, then him. I think on JP, he even predated Broly, because I think we got Broly first. So, you know, he's an old unit. But let's take a look at what he's got going on now. Now I will go ahead and I've got another Majin Vegeta, and I'm gonna farm him up and do him that way. There's absolutely no reason for me to do, you know, to drop Kais in this guy. So there's a lot going on here. So now we're AGL key +4, all stats 120%. I like that a lot. Another 120 lead for AGL is not necessary, but it is kind of nice actually. I won't lie. Causes Mega Colossal damage with a rare chance to stun the enemy. Nothing really changed there. This one becomes Colossal damage to all enemies with a rare chance to stun them. So he gets a rare chance to stun on his 18 key, and I like that. For World Tournament, that's going to be really nice. Now, this is a paragraph and a half. Check this out. Defense 150%, attack 180% when performing a super attack. That's phenomenal. Key +2 and reduce damage received by 20% when there's an ally whose name includes Bulma on the team. That's be extremely rare. Key +2 plus an additional attack and defense 20%. When there is an ally whose name includes Trunks. So basically, you know, Trunks Kid. I'm sorry, it has to be Trunks Kid on the team. Key +2 and chance of performing critical hit +20 when there's an ally attacking in the same turn whose name includes Goku, be it Youth, Captain Ginyu, etc. Key +12 performs a critical hit when HP is 30% or less only once. So basically, he gets the equivalent of an active skill without actually getting an active skill. So he's extremely good. Extremely good now. So we'll have to come back and do some damage testing with him and take a look at him. But for now, that's going to be the video. Like, comment, share, and I'll catch you on the next one.